What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we're going to be taking a look at one of the absolute worst things I've ever seen on the internet. Now, before we get into this story, I hope this is fake. I tweeted this out and people have told me that this is fake, and the more that I go through this channel, I've realized that these stories are they're outlandish, man. These stories, I'll go through some more of them as we go through this story here, but these stories on this channel, they're just weird, they're outlandish, they don't make sense, and there's just no way that this is going down. Like, there's no way people are going through some of these situations, and you're gonna see what I'm talking about here in about, I don't know, the next couple minutes. Yeah, this dude came on here and told a story about how he was apparently breastfed until he was 16. There's just, I can't see this being real. There's no way. I hope this is not real. If I ever figured out somebody around me was being breastfed until they were 16, the reaction just would be inhumane, to say the least. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at this one, because actually, I'm going to use some terminology in this video before the video. This is pretty creamy. I'm actually serious. It says that, so.
Hey, I'm Chris, and I've always been very close with my mom. I guess it's because my dad left us when I was a baby. Ever since, our favorite activity was her breastfeeding me.
Okay, I had to blur part of that because the animation, I'm not sure if it's suitable for YouTube. Shows a baby having a yummy time. Not really sure how YouTube sees that one, but given the circumstances going further in this video, it's not a surprise that his dad walked out on the family. And yeah, don't take that the wrong way, but it's not a surprise.
But on my 10th birthday, she asked me if I wanted to stop doing it. I was shocked and started crying, because I loved drinking my mom's milk. It tastes much better than cow milk, because even though it starts off a bit watery, after a few seconds it gets really creamy. Yum!
Right there should be the end of anything he has to say. Right there, his speaking privileges should automatically be revoked. This is the problem with the First Amendment, is that it protects people like this from government persecution, okay? I've realized that as we've gone through this video. I'm not necessarily sure this guy should not be imprisoned for what he just said. Maybe 10 years in prison would do him some well. Maybe it would. No breastfeeding for you, buddy. You're going to solitary confinement.
That's why I told her I would never stop drinking her milk. And to this day, every morning and every evening, my mom comes into my room to breastfeed me. I guess the only weird thing is that I'm 16. I actually didn't know it was strange to be breastfed as a teenager, because my mom homeschooled me until 8th grade. After that, I went to a public school, and when I asked one of my classmates if he'd rather drink milk from a cow or from his mom, he started laughing because he thought I was making a joke.
So you're telling me you had no idea that this was weird? Then again, I can't really imagine that somebody who is breastfeeding at 16 would have too many friends.
But I don't think it's something to laugh about. I mean, what's wrong about being breastfed as a teenager? It tastes amazing.
Yeah, you can pull up all the breastfeeding benefits you want. The good thing about those is that it's for babies, okay? Those benefits, they're for babies. They're not for a 16-year-old child. This has to be fake. There's no way this story is real. And if whoever is making this video is like getting, I don't know, maybe like a fan request or something to make this video, there is no way they're not being trolled by somebody, because somebody wrote them a script from Fantasyland.
There are lots of health benefits, and I have a really close relationship with my mom because of it.
Why couldn't they just design the mom to look like a normal person? Like, I don't know, they designed her to not look normal at all. I've never seen really any human being ever shaped like that, ever. What is going on here?
The only thing I wish is that my mom was less overprotective and less involved in my life.
Oh no, okay, so it's going down this road.
I often feel like I'm living in a bubble. Like, she won't let me play soccer with my classmates because she is worried about me being injured.
Now the thing is parents like this actually do exist. And that's the thing. That's what actually throws me off. That's the imbalance in this video, because this is the fork in the road of the video, because if it went down like an entirely different road where it's like, I have bottles of milk stored up in the closet for the next few months or something weird, right? I'd be like, okay, completely apparent troll. But the thing is on planet Earth, something this weird could actually happen. And on top of that, moms like this actually exist, where like they homeschool their children and they destroy their social lives and just socially cripple them because they refuse to let them have any exposure to the outside world and have any interaction with any normal human beings. And the only person that they ever really get to interact with is the psychotic mom and dad or other family members who are most likely just as crazy as the mom. Like in this instance, if in this story, for example, this kid wants to play soccer and wants to actually be a normal child. In this instance, at least, not with the whole, sucking his mom's tit for substance, but wanting to actually go out and be social and get some exercise and do something, he's not allowed to do that because his mom doesn't want him to get hurt. He's not 5, he's 16, by the way, so...
And when I meet up with friends at a mall, she wears a wig and follows us wherever we go to make sure I'm safe. It's super annoying, but most of the time, she doesn't allow me to go outside at all. She says it's for my own safety, but I think she's just jealous when I'm hanging out with my friends because she doesn't have any friends herself.
See, he's kind of roasting on his mom in this whole story, but once again, this actually does happen. This is kind of a real thing, and that's kind of the sad point of the story, and the one thing that can kind of throw a wrench in the entire thing and make it seem a little bit more real.
And if I should ever get a girlfriend, my mom would probably go crazy and try to destroy our relationship.
I don't think you have to worry about that, buddy.
Because I don't think she could handle sharing her son with another woman. But isn't it a normal part of life to become independent of your parents? To move out and start your own life and your own family? Well, I know it will break my mom's heart, but as soon as I go to college, I will move out of her place. I haven't told her yet, but I already made the decision. Her style of parenting already made me become the weird kid in school.
Well, see, the thing is if you want to be an independent person, you kind of have to make that decision before you're breastfeeding at age 16. At that point, yeah, hope is pretty bleak for you, man. That's a bad point. I'm just stunned. Even if this is fake, I'm just shocked that this even exists on the internet. I shouldn't be, but I am, because someone actually made this and someone wrote this story. If this is fake, wow, man, this is nuts. But yeah, no shit, this is the weird kid at school.
Because whenever something happens that I don't like, I just start crying or screaming. I know it's immature, but I can't help it. My emotions just take over. Like one time a classmate of mine took a potato from my plate and ate it. He knew I would get upset about it. But he probably didn't expect what I did next.
Yeah, I don't like the way this is going.
I got so mad that I threw the rest of my plate into his face, and then I started screaming as loud as I could in the middle of our cafeteria. It took me a few seconds to realize that I had embarrassed myself in front of my whole school. It was the most pathetic moment in my life.
Yes, that was probably the most pathetic moment in your life. Not the point at any moment where you go home and actually feed on your mother at the age of 16. That's not the most pathetic moment in your life ever. It's when you threw a tray of food at somebody at school because they ate a potato off your plate. I mean, you are the kid that everyone's afraid of at school, no doubt, after that moment, because why would you do that? But because no sane human being would at least scream in the middle of the cafeteria after that, for a few seconds, uncontrollably, that's weird, but whatever, man. Anyway, going forward.
And now everybody thinks that I'm a complete weirdo. I actually blame my mom for me being so immature. She homeschooled me until I was 14, and I never had any other kids to play with, so I never learned the rules of how to interact with other people.
Yeah, I guess that's not totally your fault, but at the same time, man, yeah, you're old enough now to be learning at a pretty quick pace how you should be integrating into society, and you know that breastfeeding at the age of 16 is not something you should be doing. You're causing just as much of the problem at this point as she is.
That's why I recently told her I wanted to join the military once I turned 18. I was just joking, but she almost had a heart attack and started begging me not to do it. She said it's too dangerous for a little boy like me.
You are the last person who's going to be joining the military, man. You can't go 24 hours without mommy feeding you, bro. So it's how you going to go fight for your country? Let's be honest, dude. I mean, come on, man. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it $1.50. Let's keep it a stack solid.
I got angry and wanted to tell her I'm not a little boy anymore. But then she offered me to play hide and seek again, just like in the old times. It's a game where my mom hides somewhere inside our house, and once I find her, I can drink her milk as a reward. We hadn't played this game in years. So I got really excited, and we ended up playing for hours. It felt so good and comforting, because it was just like in the old times.
Bro, no way. This is what I'm saying. There's no way this is real. There is no way that this is a real video. Shout out to Chris Smoove. Is this a fake video? This cannot be real. There's no way that anything that happened in this video actually happened. We are taking a look into the Twilight Zone. It's just a no. It's just a no. And I think it's reinforced by when you look at the channel. I mean, like, this is a really weird story, but I mean, just taking a look at some of these other ones, man, like right here, like, I got my stepmom pregnant, like, what? And then how I got pregnant by a billionaire. So there's like a really weird thing with this channel and pregnancy. I was suspended for cosplaying, and then there's like, I'm allergic to touch, triplets separated at birth, I gave birth in jail at 16, just weird shit, man. Then the stepdad got me pregnant. Dude, this is like Pornhub on YouTube type beat behavior. My dad says my girlfriend's too ugly. I took revenge on my evil teacher. Triplets at 14. I lost my face. My dad watched me on his camera. Look at this. What is going on? Apparently, I'm making the wrong type of videos, man. These are getting some high view counts, too. Who is watching this shit? May I ask? Is it just people like me who are just too curious to see if this dude is actually, like, drinking mom's milk at 16? Like, is this what's going on for real? Or do we have, like, 11-year-old kids out here just watching these stories or something, just getting confused or something? What's going on here? Because something's up. Something is going on here, and this whole thing is confusing me, so I know it's got to be confusing somebody else, too. Alright, that's going to be it for this video, you guys. Thank you for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here on my channel. Follow me over on Twitter at Optimus. I post memes, thoughts, and updates over there. It's a surefire way to get notifications of all my newest content. Join the Discord down below. Lots of great things going on down there as well. Thank you to my channel members. Your support helps my channel tremendously. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, watching just weird stuff, like just trying to figure out what's going on, man, and signing out.